Okay, welcome to a brand new series. So, in this edition of Vault Hunters Plus, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing Vault Hunters Plus, but with only silent gear tools. So, first off, we got to open up our blueprint package. Gotta mine a little bit of a tree. I don't fully know how silent gear works to the fullest extent. Of course, we don't need materials in you. Already been through the Vault Hunters stuff. If you want to learn more about Vault Hunters, just like watch any of my other videos. We've got an ability bottle. It gives everything in the area around us hunger. We've got our intro to Vault Hunters. So welcome to Vault Hunters. Cool Vault Hunter stuff. Go through Vault Hunters. There's a bunch of difficulties. We're essentially going to be going into procedurally generated dungeons in order to do just some interesting things. That guy will get some food. Change. Now we gotta go find some raw chromatic iron in order to get some chromatic iron to get ourselves into the vaults. But first, we gotta make ourselves some tools. So let's do this. So the way this been said before, hero saying this is very interesting. Okay, you that I guess create toolbox. Cool, we're sitting down. I don't know what's happening over here. Anyway, what I think we do is for the pickaxe we put in, how do we use it? Gear crafting, you put in materials, and you get a pickaxe head. So to start off with, I think we need to put in 3 materials and we get a pickaxe head. Then we need a rod, right? Get some spruce rods. Then can I just combine them and I get a spruce wood pickaxe? Okay, so it's kind of like Tinker's except for different materials, different other things. So flammable, flexible, jagged. Overall, very interesting. Okay. Get a sword blade. Need a knife. I do probably need a shovel and an axe. That really as well. Thankfully, 2 pieces of 2 sticks gave us enough to make a full set of, I guess, standard tools. Cool. So now we can get ourselves. So actually, I'll probably just leave the crafting table down there because we're gonna need it. Stuff. Well, I am gonna keep the moss because I like moss. It's a cool thing. But I realized that I have a shovel, so I don't need to do it without shovel. Go wrong button. Shift. There we go. There we go. Mining tunnel. We're going straight down, and that is going to break our tool. However, that ka-chink. What it ka-chink from? Damage gear past a certain point. Stats get recalculated. Okay, so stats get changed as it gets damaged. How do I repair it, though? You broke it? Destruction. All good. Okay. Do I need a cool part to repair it? Also, one second. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Anyway, so we've got that. I guess I could replace that or not. Okay, can I replace the head and will that fix it? Okay, so just replacing the head will fix it, and it will fully replace it. Okay, so 3 for a full repair. That's pretty cool, honestly. I like that. But now I can upgrade it to stone, right? And I can upgrade everything to stone, so I'm gonna do that, I think. So we'll get a stone blade, we'll get a stone shovel, a stone axe. Should go fine, right? Don't really think I need the knife blueprint. Good survival tool, but wait, you can make a shield off rib? Okay. How does that work? I go like how to shield? How shield? How shield? Gear crafting, end stone, or tool rod, and then things. So stone shield, ancient XP takes less damage. Okay, that's cool. Honestly, that's pretty dope. So now I can go that for that, replace that. Then we go that for that. Then go axe. To put the shovel on the axe head, bruh. Anyway, there's a bunch of other blueprints we can make to make new things. But overall, I think right now we really want to do, and I'm gonna have to go back and grab that. We've got our sword blueprint. We chuck all those guys out. Chuck that out. Put our shield on. And now we've got some food. We've got all of our basic resources at least. So let's go find a cave to start going in. Looks like there's something over here. An aquifer. Prefer like a real cave, but ooh, actually we can that and we can also get some okay. The damage is a little subpar. I mean, maybe that's just how long it takes to actually swing it. It feels like it takes longer and doesn't do as much damage. That might just be me. The swords that do, you know, way too much damage, and overall, it's not used to most of the stuff. So Silent Gear is a new mod for me. What can I say? But apparently, it integrates a lot better than most other things with Tinker's Construct because it's just numerical things for the most part. Can't use any of the stuff, but the bananas will be eggs, obsidian, and the flint and steel. I think the flint and steel is going to be more useful than the obsidian, perfectly honest with you. But this pig does have an ability, like our original ability of hunger, so potentially might be some jump boost. Okay, not particularly useful, but you know, it'll be interesting to see how things go. We also have to make a bunch more blueprints. First, we should probably start going through and just get the sheep's ability first. So there is a 1 in 50 chance for mobs to have abilities. That's water breathing, which is pretty dope overall. About hunger, then what we're gonna do is, because you can store infinite abilities on the ability bottle, I'm going to store hunger and jump boost on it, and then we're going to equip water breathing, which you can equip an infinite amount, although will expend a little bit more energy. I don't know if I have that fully canceled or not, but really that is how that works. Just gotta find a cave. Come on, where's a cave at? Okay, well, I saw this on the map, so I decided to come over here, and it's daytime already. Some food real quick. But it looks like a relatively large cave with hopefully some loot in it. I mean, we'll need to go pretty far down to get the, of course, chromatic iron and such, but first, of course, we normal things like coal, iron, and everything else. Oh my gosh, I need to drink some water. My voice is continuing to crack. Y'all are gonna clown on me for that, huh? My voice is just cracking up right now. But anyway, let's go see if we can find a way down. I mean, I guess this goes down, right? Never mind. It doesn't go down, like, at all. That's kind of pointless. Let's just gather a little more coal. I mean, barium's not great, neither is sinew, gunpowder, or string yet, so we'll check those out. Dirt. Like, we've got almost everything we need. Just gotta find a way to get down safely and get some starting loot, because we need iron. There we go. Starting iron. Perfect. Starting way a little bit down, but not too far down. A little bit of the way, and hopefully find some more material down this path. This is, like, a little bit claustrophobic. Although I don't have claustrophobia, but, like, I don't know, I'm a large human being. Like, not massive, but, like, if I was in that kind of... Shoot, I just fell. I'm smart. I'm good. How did I put one... Okay, what's attacking? Oh, skeletons. I'm dumb. Guess what? I got a shield, bruh. Haha! Not today, thank you. Attack, block, attack, 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 block, attack, we block, we attack, we attack, we attack, we block, attack. And that is just how you defeat the skeletons. Huh? Okay, well, you know, that worked, right? Got 4 arrows, that's pretty decent. Not great, but it's not terrible either. Take care of the creeper gently, carefully. I mean, I guess I could just let it explode because I do have a shield, but don't really want to risk it. So I'm gonna not, because I don't want to get snuck up on. Like, of course, we're gonna probably get attacked by skeleton spider. And what I'm gonna need to do, actually, what I should probably do, is make sure that we're in normal difficulty, because on our previous world in Vault Hunters Plus, which if you want to play the mod pack, just go down to the description down there, and not fully updated, you will have to add Silent Gear if you want to play this specific mod. But we get a heart crystal, which increase our hearts by 1. It's amazing. It's a rare drop, so happy that we got one. Nothing is free in this world, so give it a second. I don't fully know whether copper or iron tools are really the best in. So what we're gonna want to do, put some iron in there. Let's mine up a little bit of copper because copper is really easy to come by, and we will smelt up 16 copper. Probably go with a copper shovel and a copper axe. Iron for the others, just because we don't have a ton of iron. This space is big though. Hopefully leads us farther down. Yeah, y'all can fight like dum-dums. Wow, y'all leaving putting the spider in there now? How am I getting hit? What? I gotta get some armor. How does silent gear armor work? Or is there silent gear armor? Because if not, then boy oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Because I don't really so blueprint. Okay, there is armor. So what does the armor take? Blueprint paper, which needs blue dye, which means I need lapis or cornflowers and such for that, and then I need paper, which is just sugar cane. So we're gonna actually have to go back up to the surface after this. But I can just do it like normally. Crafting grid, right? Yep, I can. Perfect. Now we'll completely replace all the durability because we're getting rid of the head, which is the only thing that takes durability damage, apparently. Well, I now have a cough drop in my throat, which should help out quite a bit, but overall, my throat is just having a hard time. Been a little sick for the past little bit, so hopefully I get over it, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's just kind of how it goes. It's okay. Anyway, we got those guys, so let's replace our axe head, or our axe head, our shovel head, hair, the copper, and there you go. Now we just kind of gotta get back up to the surface, maybe. I think first, though, what I'm gonna want to do is we'll do the rest of this copper right here for a temporary waypoint. We're gonna just try and head straight down to find ourselves that original goal for this, which is the chromatic iron, as well as I think we should die. Yes, we can. Perfect, because now we can do that. It's gonna be mining and trying to make our way down. Okay, that's not great. Down into finding ourselves. Oh, so we wanted. So, come on, let's get rid of you. We've got conduit power as an ability totem. Water breathing again. Ability totem. Gunpowder we don't need. Buckets are great. Enchantments are okay. Can actually use enchantments now, which is great. Jump boost again. So what we can do is if you combine two, you can potentially get one that's rarer. This one is. But what's amazing about it that you can just overall start making amazing enemies just from some basic stuff, which is quite nice. And I really enjoy it. But anyway, I saw a blue mushroom down here, so we're gonna grab that. There's also some gold, which is helpful. I don't know fully what the modifiers for gold are. I'll probably be going and learning a bunch more and maybe making even a tutorial on silent gear after I understand it better. But for now, we're just gonna head down to get ourselves down in finding what we can find some. Okay, well, that is a skilled cave spider that is Arctic. So maybe we want to avoid that. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna go for it, but this is gonna be risky. So of course I say that we're going to just go find it, and then I was gonna cut, and then of course it happened immediately after. Anyway, got backstabbing, not super useful. Okay, let's see if we can find some raw chromatic iron. Ooh, we found some lapis. That'll be helpful with making all of the blueprints that we're gonna be making. 25, which is enough to make a whole set of the armor blueprints. It's a spider with a lapis. Be helpful. Every little last piece of lapis is gonna be so helpful. Find a and well, I had to mine my way down, but then I ended up getting right into a creeper, and then I was hitting record, and then creeper. Oh my gosh, that was woo. I don't know how much was caught of that, but that was freaky. That was terrifying. What I'm gonna do just click out that. So malleable magnetic. Yours sometimes takes less damage. Your occasionally takes less damage. Malleable seems to be a really good modifier or trait. I guess they're not really modifiers. fully know how it works, but we did find another thing from Vault Hunter is Vault Stone. First, we need to find the chromatic iron, because that is going to be the actual thing. First and foremost, in order to achieve our next part of the quest line, because if you go out of order, you won't actually get credit for it, which is unfortunate. Also, there's a ton of creepers. Oh my god. There are way too many creepers, man. I just had like 4 creepers show up all around me and all explode. I'm at half a heart. I'm terrified. This is so scary. Okay, let's get down our furnace and start cooking up some food, because we need food bad. I'm gonna take the rope. We're gonna have to eat the nether bananas. I think I can gild the nether bananas. We'll do that is I will make another little furnace. That guy there, take half of our coal, some of the gold in there. I guess I only really need gold. That's fine. And got a diamond already, got a stack of that, got a stack of that. Got our moss, we've got our that. It's gonna be okay. Tools are in slight need of repair, but that's okay as well. And I need to find... First, let's see if we can actually gild these nether bananas. So, chuck them in, chuck the gold around them. No, can we? Ah, it's a whole thing of gold. Okay. I think that they're going to be better than golden apples. So what I'm going to do, we've got 4. We've got 8 already there. So now we need 24 gold total to gild 4 nether bananas. And that is an emergency thing if we need. Glowing costs 13 power. Unspec that. Go to that. We need chromatic iron, then vault stone. Iron finally. Oh, I found some more diamonds on the way. So not terrible. There's skeleton sheep. Of course, more diamonds. Lock it. Yeah, you got rolled bread. No damage. No damage. 3 diamonds. Perfect. Start crafting up some diamond after. I think down here is where we're gonna be able to best find whatever it's called. What called again? The chromatic iron. Let's go down. Hopefully we can find it. This has been taking way too long. Oh my gosh. Well, there's a little alcove over here. So I thought there was just a diamond over there. And there's some chromatic iron. So that's pretty dope. Let's grab ourselves our little diamundi. Then we can grab ourselves chromatic iron. We'll grab a stack. More than that's not really necessary for now. So we don't really need a waypoint. We get to open up our quest book, complete it, we get some normal chromatic iron, but we need to complete it to get activate the next one, which is mine more vault stones. So let's get back up to our other waypoint. Force the moment. Over here, there's already a creeper just wanting to explode. That's fine. That's cool. Our gold is about to be finished smelting. That, then we can gild our nether bananas. So now we have gold bananas, gold and nether banana. I think I'm gonna make a replacement pickaxe head as well out of the diamonds that we have. When our pickaxe breaks, we have a replacement head that I can immediately replace. I think I can do that not in a crafting table. I think I can. Perfect. Zombie sound. Now we gotta go pick up our copper and our other stuff, and then we'll be able to just get out of here and hopefully find exactly what we need, which is... But what are we looking for, really? Oh yeah, we need stuff for blueprints so we can make more armor. I might stay down here a little bit longer just to get a little more diamonds my way up. Then we'll be going to our very first vault. Actually, first I forgot, we gotta mine a vault stone to get ourselves our all rocks. So, completely forgot about that. You know, just smart like that. So let's come over to the vault stone, mine a little bit of it. There more, because I don't think that hit our requirements. Yeah, it did not. We haven't even mined 16 vault stone yet, so that's probably just because I vein mined it as opposed to mining it one by one, which hindsight's 2020, but not a great idea. 2020, terrible year. Find some more vault stone along with diamonds. Well, I seem to have found some more vault stone, but it seems to be guarded by a very scary creeper that has a rare ability. So let's take that from weakness. In the area become weaker, so it means that everything around us will deal less damage to us, which is perfect. And some redstone, not for the redstone itself, but actually for the experience. 17 levels for it. Yeah. Now we can over find that guy. Cool. We've got a broken pickaxe head. Got our vault stone thing accomplished. We got our vault rocks already care of, which is perfect. Is now got another heart crystal, which does take 3 levels, which set back a little bit, but it's not too big of a deal for right now. Just getting mobs and everything down here, but overall, get a couple more diamonds before we head up. Diamonds are, and it is diamonds right over there. Grab you, fall into the. That could have been bad. That could have been very bad, but we survived. Thankfully, perfect. More diamonds. Be able to head back all the way up. Really got to do is just get a little bit more iron, and then get to the surface. Let's take care of the spider first, and then let's get out to the surface and hopefully find some sugarcane, so we can get some paper, so we can make the blueprints we need in order to run our very first vault. We've already got pretty much everything else. Well. Now we're out, so now I guess what we can do is go through just kind of the loot we've got. I'm walking along the edge just so that we can see clearly how much we can really get sugarcane wise. Of course, there's some right there, which I guess I'll just make a beeline for. Then there's some over there that we'll take, but we do want a renewable supply because, again, blueprints, we need to make a lot of them. I do think that we get multiple per recipe, but thankfully we do have water breathing, so I don't have to worry about surfacing constantly for underwater expeditions, which is quite nice, which means we can just go into an aquifer and get all the free ores that are down there, because they do seem to be very ore-laden. But blueprint paper, you get 4 for 4 pieces of paper, so looks like we'll be able to get plenty, but I do want to continue to get a little bit more, just so that we're fully ready and prepared. It is already day 4 as well. Do I want coconuts enough to fight a coconut crab? Nah, you're big chillin'. I'll leave you alone for now. There's turtles, which we might need eventually, but at least I know that they exist. Let's go find more sugarcane. Well, I guess that's some more sugarcane. It's just a little bit more, but it gives us the ability to make, 20 and then have some extras, so I'm not unhappy with that. Actually, more than 20, because you get 4 for 3, so maybe set up base over here in this little house thing, get some extra loot from that, get some meat from the cows before we head into very first vault, which is going to take a second, because we got to make some stuff, although it looks to be an illager's home, so care of the Vindicator that's living here, and this is going to be a chest for blueprints and such. It's going to be a chest for monster drops, so this one will be for, we got some bundles. Bundles will be helpful in the vaults. Got some other stuff, which I guess I'll put in here as well, just because we can, and then we'll need to get some more stuff, but for now we can start smelting up more iron. Doesn't look like there's a crazy amount of stuff in here, which is honestly I'm happy about, because too much would be like just too much, Some amethyst, some other stuff. Okay, we get rabbit hide, and then is there a crafting table? Doesn't look like it. There is now. Okay, this is gonna have our stuff in it, our rarer stuff. We got our golden nether bananas, which heal for a lot. So what I think I'm gonna do is put these 2, 3 right here. So we've got you. Then what I can do is I can go like that, like that. No, like that. There we go. And then this one we'll put on top of the cartographer table. And now what we need I'm gonna need some obsidian. I know that for sure, but we gotta make ourselves our blueprints first. So we're gonna get a total of 21, which then, actually I'm gonna need 24. Then we go 24, balance grid, blueprint paper. We have 24 pieces of blueprint paper. Then we need to make leggings, helmet, boots, chest plate. So we've got those ones. Now a bow is 3 more. Then we need 6 more. So 9 total. Then an additional 6, 15, and then 18. Perfect. So we're gonna have to make a sugarcane farm, and I'm gonna have to go get some more. So I'm gonna do that. And I mean, I guess before that, we might as well make ourselves our little vault portal. So we go perfect. Vault portal completed. Oh, there's a squirrel. What's up, dude? Anyway, let's go get our... Actually, let's sleep first, so we have a set spawn point, and then, and only then, will we go and get ourselves more sugarcane. Oh my gosh, I've explored so much coastline. I finally found a couple good patches of sugarcane. So with that and this one, we should be good to set up a farm at our base, so we have some. Also, there's no salmon with an ability over here. Perfect. Speed. Speed is something that we will immediately grab and use, even if we're waiting for weakness, just because speed is so beneficial to us. Overall, it's one of the best abilities. Also, these guys are a little scary, so we're just gonna run away. We're gonna ignore them. We're gonna zigzag a little bit away and just escape, because I don't want to fight them. Let's get back to base though. Hopefully, after finding a little bit more. I'm gonna grab some obsidian on the way. Okay, well now we're back. We're able to do this. Perfect. I need to make a new shield or repair it, so we'll grab that as well. Now, what were we grabbing? Blueprint for shield. There we go. And we got 25, which means that we've got 6, so 18, which is going to be... Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Just gonna be 16 more, which is perfect, because then we can craft the katana. I need a stick for that. I need several sticks. So katana, then bow, then axle. I need more sticks for... Did I get rid of the sticks? Okay, I guess I got rid of sticks at some point. Oh yeah, I threw them out. My bad. Then I need the bracelet. For that I need 2 more pieces of blueprint paper, which means we'll be down a little low, but we'll be able to actually accomplish our main goals, which is good. I need 1 piece of gold. I don't have any, so we gotta wait for this to smelt. While we do that, I'm gonna set up the sugarcane farm. Okay, let's chuck this stuff in here, because we don't really need it. Moss can go in there. Keep that in there, though. So we've got a sugarcane farm started right over here. Of course, this isn't the most optimal way, but I was just being lazy and weird. So that's what I did. And, you know, if you don't like it, okay. Leave your opinion in the comments, because I don't care. I should have put coal in there, because I did all that. Well, okay. You know, very smart of me. That was big brain. That was a mega brain even. That was perfect. Wow. Okay. Well, at least we almost have our 2nd piece of gold now. So now we'll be able to actually make ourselves a bracelet blueprint. So now we've got all of our blueprints for our stuff. So now the paxel. Actually, I'm gonna get all these guys out here. And now we gotta figure out, so how does the paxel work? You need 5 materials for the head, and then that puts onto a normal tool rod. So I have a tool rod blueprint, which is good. But does this not graded? Okay. What about, so soft? Reduces harvest speed as tool is damaged. Cancels with hard gear typing tool. Okay. Malleable, magnetic. Okay. So there's a ton of different stats. I think we go iron for the handle for both our katana and our paxel. So how does the tool rod 2 for 4? Okay, so we get 4 from that. And then for the bow, what does the bow take? We need a tool rod, a compound tool rod, which is tool rod with 3. Okay, so tool rod with 3 give us, that's long, compound long tool rod. Compound, what makes it compound? Oh, am I stupid? Is that what it means by compound? Like compound? Well, you know, I'm smart with it. I'm big brain with it. I think I can go long, and it will. So long rod attack damage. It's the same. I think it's just going to increase the reach. So maybe we just make some long ones instead, and then we can in here leave the tool rod and the normal iron rods. There. Got diamonds, so the difference for armor. Armor 20, armor 10, of course that's not gonna have stats, so what is the armor? 15 for iron, 11 for gold. Suboptimal either way, but what we can do is we can just make it purely out of diamond, I guess. So we get diamond chestplate plates, brittle, lustrous. Okay, how do we turn that into gear crafting? I need a lining. So I need a lining blueprint. So what is the lining blueprint? 3 blueprint paper with wool and string. So, okay. Once we so we've got our chest plate. Now we need the legging plate. Cool. Now we need the helmet. Cool. Now we need the booties. Cool. So we've got all those guys. All of them. So we just chuck them in there now. And that's them taken care of. Then for the shield, I don't remember how we use the shield stuff, but shield, right? Oh yeah, I need a tool rod and then 2 of something. So diamonds and a tool rod. Brittle, magnetic. How do I get malleable from this? So malleable 3. So tool rod. There we go. Magnetic. Okay. What does copper? What does copper give? Where did I put the copper? Soft, but then I Z it soft, which will reduce harvest speed as tool is damaged. So copper's not great. Then if copper's not great, then diamond's not going to be great for that. So, because the brittle is going to be too strong to overcome. But the stats are good, which is the issue with all this, because it's like, okay. So then if I make a pure iron shield, sometimes takes less damage, but brittle will be sometimes takes more damage. But anyway, now we've got an iron shield. Cool. Dope. Got our shield. Now what I'm thinking I can do with the Paxel head is I go 3 diamond, 2 iron. Okay, 3 iron, what? 5? Material any. Main/tools. Paxel blueprint. Materials. Okay, if I make it entirely out of diamond, does that work? Yeah, it does. Okay, what about entirely out of iron? That works. What about iron and copper? Does that work? No, it does not. Okay, so you can't mesh 2 together. So what okay. It all has to be the same thing. But then how does this work? Blueprint book. So I should probably make this so I can store all the blueprints in it. And then I gotta learn more about silent gear. So I need silent gear. I need the silent gear manual. Because I'm not gonna watch a tutorial for it. I gotta explain it in the content. I don't know. Gearsmithing table, material creator, salvager, starlight charger, metal alloyer, recrystallizer, refabricator, metal press. So metal alloyer, recrystallizer, what I want. Pure electrum. which is gold, silver, azure silver, which is something that apparently comes, so, if I go azure silver, blasting, it comes in, okay, so we need higher level tools for that, and the diamond being brittle is not a terrible thing, it's just a little annoying. Lustrous, I don't really, what does lustrous do? Large harvest speed when in light. Okay, that's cool. So then diamond that, and then diamond paxel now. So we've got a pickaxe, but it's suboptimal, so we're just gonna save it. Then we've got a katana. So what I'll do is katana 3, we get our diamond katana blade, then we get a long rod, and now we have a diamond katana. And then now that we've taken care of those two, we need a bow. So for the bow, we need to have materials and then a compound cord, which is from a cord blueprint. So we need the, what is it, lining blueprint and cord blueprints to finish. So we need 3 more blueprints, 6 more blueprints. Give me a moment, please. Well, while the sugarcane's growing, I found out how we need to get the actual guide to make and understand this, so... No. Bro, it's not even yet implemented. What are y'all... Okay, fun, cool, that's dope, that's sick. I'm so happy about that. Give me a second, I'm gonna learn how to do this while I wait for the sugarcane to grow, because it's gonna take way too long. Well, you know, another thing we can do while we wait is actually make ourselves the vault altar. So let's go altar and make ourselves our vault altar. For that, we're gonna need some stone bricks, and then we've got the chromatic iron, we've got a diamond. So let's just get ourselves some little stone bricks. I wonder where we'd get those from. I wonder where we'd get those from. 3 stone brick. You'll love to see it. Anyway, we've got ourselves our vault altar, which means we completed that quest, which means we will now be able to actually make ourselves some vault crystals. So we need to complete a vault crystal, and for that we'll need to place a vault rock onto the vault altar and provide it with the materials it needs. So 3 seeds, which I should have. 1, 2, 3. And then it said we also needed 3 copper, 6 copper, 6 copper, and then it looks like we need 1 stick and some andesite granite or some other type of thing. So we're just gonna make a thing of sticks, I guess, and provide it with that as a stick. Then what we can do is we can hopefully find ourselves some gravel or andesite or something for this way. Well, I was hoping that this was like andesite veins growing through here as opposed to, you know, cobble, but it looks like it's just that, so we might need to go a little bit of an expedition to go get some, but it's only 3 that we need, so it shouldn't take too long. Well, I hope 3 was all we needed, because that's what I think it was, but there was some right back there, along with some horse statues that had some nuggets of experience and other things. Should be able to actually activate weakness. And, which is perfect. Well, some bones, some emeralds, some gold, some iron, which is overall pretty dope, to be honest. Of course, we're growing our little farm over here so that we can get even more bread, because I yoinked a bunch of bread from the village and all their stuff, so I'd like to be able to produce my own so I can provide them with the service as well. Start selling them bread for exorbitant prices so that we get free money, but you know, it is what it is. They deal with it, it's the economy. Suck it, nerds. Anyway, we got some emeralds, which is perfect, which means that we should be able to, actually, first, check that there. We've completed our first vault crystal. I do want to finish building the armor before we actually go into our first level 0 vault, but we have completed a vault crystal, which gives us a shulker box. Thankfully, we have a shulker box and 2 bundles, which is perfect. I know how to use a bundle. chill. Skills and talents. There's skills, there's talents, there's other things. We get a skill point for completing that quest, which is the main reason why I completed it. Now when we hit J, we can actually go in. So these are abilities, these are talents, these are expertises, which you get every 5 levels. And then there's researches, which you need to spend knowledge points on, which you get from making things in the vault. But the primary thing that we're going to go for right here is going to be something called Hunter. And Hunter usually works where it highlights chests inside of the vault for a duration of time. Of course, the radius is not insanely big, and the cooldown is very long, so once every 2 minutes, we will be able to activate our X-ray, which is an additional mod that is in this mod pack, in order to look for one particular resource that we designate before we actually go into the vault. So when we're ready to run that vault, we'll be able to go for that. For now, we're just gonna have to give it a second. Actually, we should be able to make it from these guys, right? 6, and then we get some research, some blueprint paper, then we get the lining. I need string. That should be good, right? I needed 3 for that, and then of course I need some for the cord. That's for a bow, so we'll leave that for now. That stuff can go in there, that can go there. But now, which materials can you use for this? So, when utilizing the linings, you can use any lining / tools. Okay. So, I'm assuming that's mostly going to be wool, maybe leather. Let's see if leather works. Let's go acquire some cow parts. That is the rarest of all of what are totem light. That one costs a lot to equip, but at 60 levels for creative flight, it is completely worth it, though we will have to disable it in the vault, otherwise there will be some issues. So we're gonna eat a cursed heart to increase the difficulty a little bit. Doesn't increase the loot yet, but it will be very, very good. So, perfect. And this guy is a relatively rare skeleton with paralyzing and wounding. Needed leather. That's the whole reason why I'm out here. Can y'all please stop shooting me? Okay. You know, that's it. That's it. I don't even care anymore. Y'all have already damaged me too much, bruh. I'm just gonna murder everything, man. Oh, I'm coming to kill you. There we go. No, don't run away. Don't run away. There's no reason to do that. Hello, baby skeleton. What's up, dude? And of course, one of the reasons why I am using this sword specifically is because it does more damage. Holy, I just realized we're at 1 heart. Oh my gosh, that could have been very bad. We would have died the first time. Thankfully, this is not hardcore yet, because that's a whole nother series that I'm working on. But oh my gosh, this is crazy absurd. That was, we're gonna sleep. Anyway, the whole reason why we did that was just to figure out whether we could line stuff with leather, which we can. Gives flexible, which will reduce the chances of stuff doing damage. So we need more leather, is what it's looking like, because I think it's 1 piece per to get ourselves. So flexible occasionally takes less damage and sometimes takes extra damage. So cancels with brittle, cancels with malleable. So normally it would have brittle and flexible, but instead it just has they cancel each other out. So dope, perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. So now we just need a little bit more leather, and then we'll be able to head straight into the vault, which is great to see. And I'm very happy about that. We got a bunch of sugar cane, which will have to go there. But you know, for now we're good. We don't need a bow. For now, we're fine. Anyway, what we'll do is just chuck everything that we don't really need in here. I'm gonna take this just so we have a stack of building blocks. We're going to put this down there. We open up the vaults. We get seed, Okay, the main thing we need to do now is just get some more leather. So let's do that, and then for use on arms only. What kind of bracelets can we make is the real question. So, an adornment. We need an adornment first, which means we need jeweler's tools. Bort, which is cool. It's just Bort, I guess. And then need a gem of some sort, which will apparently overall the gems are kind of dope. So that's okay. That's just a thing for the future. But for now, we need to go get more leather. For that, we murder the cows. Of course, of course. So come on now. You know what? We're gonna do the unthinkable. We're gonna do the unthinkable. The chances for leather are higher with them. So instead, we're just going to take care of the horses. Of course, I get no leather from y'all. Y'all really just hate giving me leather, huh? Y'all want me to just kill your entire family, huh? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I mean, demonetize your entire family. You have an ability, so you're actually worth like heavy killing no matter what. So jump boost, cool. We have speed, so jump boost is not a terrible ploy. The main thing is just getting jump boost 2 is going to be a really helpful thing. There we go. So now we can get back to the base. Of course, we're allowed to use waypoints to teleport to things outside of the vaults. So not in the vaults, we're not able to do that. But anyway, we get lining. Can I lining a tool? No. Can I add leather to a tool? No. Okay, what are the other blueprints? Blueprint. Sorry, my keyboard is far back on my desk because that's why I prefer. But we've got lining, board, letching, coating, grip. Okay, so 2 blueprint paper and wool. 2 blueprint paper and wool. So you create wool from that, then you get the grip, and then you get a leather grip, which adds flexible, which is exactly what I wanted. So then we can add a grip to these guys, which will add flexible to offset the magnetic, which is exactly what I wanted to do, which is why I was double checking that you could do that, which is perfect. I'm so happy that they let me do that. So now what we can do is we can craft up these guys, and what other things? So cord, what other things can you make? So coating, lining, miscellaneous upgrades, and tip upgrades. Okay, that's fine. But for now, we're just gonna go in and run our very first vaults after throwing away the eggs that we don't need because we keep getting them for random reasons. Anyway, we are completely ready to run our very first vault of this series. So, let's do it. Let's go! We've completed a vault quest, we've advanced, and made our advancement in the vault. We're gonna first waypoint. I'm gonna change the FOV so we have a little bit more FOV. So, in your first couple vaults, before level 10, you get Beginner's Grace and Beginner's Insurance. So chests cannot be trapped, and if you're killed in the vault, you'll keep your inventory, but your gear will get a durability penalty, meaning that it'll take some damage. But overall, it's not a massive thing, as well as we've entered a vault. But we're not going to claim that yet because that'll fill up our inventory, which will be a little bit of a bummer. But this is an elixir vault, and I guess what we'll do, prior to fully going into the vault, we'll determine what we want to look for. So in this vault, we're going to just look for wooden chests, so I'm going to set up the x-ray for that. And as the rules state, every 2 minutes, we can turn on x-ray, and then we turn it off, and then we will go through and hopefully get the stuff we need. So we need 4 player level, oh shoot. So you don't want to get hit as much as you possibly can, which is a little unfortunate because mobs will spawn around the chests. However, this isn't too big of a deal just because we're able to utilize several different factors called healing, not to mention the fact that we don't have to really worry about just most things. We do have to worry about taking fall damage, which is one of the things I'm concerned about. We do have to be in our inventory to use bundles, so I'm not going to have bundles strictly immediately right there. It does look like there's some more chests over here that we're going to come grab. I do want to get a little more XP so we can get jump boost 2, so we can jump up to a full block, or 2 full blocks, because jumping up a block and a half is not great. Anyway, this guy has shielding, which means that we cannot hit him, except for when the shield comes down, which is very temporary. But thankfully, if we just walk backwards, it's not an issue. Also, I keep clicking everything out, because that is usually what you'll do in the future once you have some good gear that will magnetize everything into your actual inventory. So it's quite useful once you get it, but until you get it, it's a little bit of a hassle. Anyway, it looks like we're about halfway through this first vault, and I am gauging that by the gather elixir up at the top. So each chest we open gives us some elixir. Each mob we eliminate gives us some elixir. And overall, we are going to be gaining some amount of elixir per thing. And then at the end, once we've completed that, then we will consume the lodestone right over here. And from there, we will be able to just complete the vault. We get out of the vault, we keep all of our XP, we keep all of our loot, we keep everything that we've gained in the vault. We don't have to worry about a single thing. But the main thing is that we'll get the XP from it, which is the rarer of things that you need in order to continue to advance. That was our very first Omega chest of the series. If you're here for it, just say you're here, and I will favorite your comment, because I always appreciate it when people do that. So, anywho, let's just casually go through. Let's do this. Gotta take care of the chicken. We're not gonna grab flawed jewels because they're not useful to us, because we're not actually utilizing the normal system that you would use in Vault Hunters, which is Vault Gear. And the reason why we're not using that is because this is a specific challenge that means that we can't use it, which is the whole point of this. And it's going to be a little difficult, but overall it should be quite amazing, quite entertaining, and I hope you guys will enjoy, because I'm about to put a lot of work into it. Also, we are able to activate our jump boost, so now we can jump up 2 blocks, which is perfect, because it gives us a lot more opportunities to get certain loot and go a little bit faster. We also got an ability totem from that last guy, and we've completed the elixir requirements for this vault, which aren't super high, but since it is an introductory starter vault, what we're going to actually be doing is continuing to go forward. Also, taking care of coconut crab, because each mob, each chest we open also gives XP. And that's what's different between this and the original Vault Hunters, is original Vault Hunters, it gave you XP when you completed a vault. This gives you XP for everything you do inside of the vault, meaning that depending on how much you do, you can either gain just objective XP, you can gain chest XP, you can gain ore XP, you can gain coin XP, you can gain a bunch of different things. Overall, it's quite amazing. So if you want a full deep dive on that, I don't really have a particular channel that I would recommend for that, but I haven't really made videos on that, so I can't really say just watch my channel. But watching these videos will help you understand exactly kind of what to do, where to come from, and how this should play out. So now what we'll be able to do is go back over to the staircase, and I'm used to having step height, which means that it's another one of the ability bottle things that essentially just lets you walk up full blocks. And I'm so used to it that I keep walking straight into full blocks and thinking that I'm just gonna go up. But anywho, I'm just gonna continue along. There's no real reason why we have to stop at one room, although I will probably stop at 2 because I'm gonna fully loot this room and then we're gonna consume that lodestone. So since we know that the lodestone is at the bottom after this little POI, which is a point of interest, abbreviated, after this couple POIs, I guess, then I'm going to go up. That's just because the lodestone's down here. I don't really feel the need to go up or come down, finish down here, then go up, then complete it. It just seems like that would be a little bit of a waste of time. I'm gonna make sure to not hit the lodestone, just so we can keep everything as it should be. And now, there's a couple of these floating POIs, which are probably my least favorite. At least for now, they're my least favorite. Once we get some better gear in the future, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but it is a little bit annoying as of right now. Overall, we're getting some burger ingredients, which are for Vault burgers, which are just burgers that give you free Vault XP, which I find to be quite amazing. They're really, really good, and overall, we're able to utilize the bundle so much better than we'd be able to utilize something like the shulker box, because it just takes so much longer to, you know, whip out a shulker box, use a shulker box. That is a very special mob down there, and for now, we're going to leave it alone. As we just come up here, we're gonna get our first couple coin piles, which potentially can give you Vault Bronze, can potentially give you Vault Silver, Vault Gold, and in a very, very rare chance, it will give you Vault Platinum. However, the Vault Platinum chance is so low that you're probably never going to see it, even on my channel, which is, like, at this point, almost exclusively this kind of content. So, you know, it's a little bit crazy, but if we get one, it would be absurd. Anyway, let's come over here. Take care of you guys. Usually, you're gonna want to spec into heal, unless you're playing Vault Hunters Plus, because you will not heal normally inside the vaults. So the reason why we're able to heal is because everlasting abilities, coupled with scaling health, which are two of the mods that I added, the one that adds extra hearts, and then the one that adds the extra abilities, they both do something that makes it so that we just regen in here anyway, which is quite interesting. It has to do with XP related stuff, because at every 3 XP levels you will gain 1 additional heart, but this guy is a champion mob, and you can see that by that over their head, and that plus means that everything in the radius will do a little less damage, but overall they give really good loot, so we're able to snag that up really nicely there. Gave us a piece of unidentified vault gear, which we're not able to use, but isn't too bad of a bummer, just because it's nice to see. So I missed the water bucket, which was great, and that is a lot of drowned. That was worrisome. Okay, we are taking damage at a rate that I am not happy with, so we're gonna have to slow it down and take a breather real quick, just so we can heal up, because as I said, every 3 levels is when you'll heal. So if you take too much damage, you will actually pass away, and of course, if you wait too long to go into a vault, then the vaults that you go into will be incredibly difficult, as the difficulty rises over time spent non-AFK. So if you AFK, you're still loaded into the world, it won't increase your difficulty, but the moment you start moving around, the moment you start doing stuff, the difficulty will just drastically leap up. And I don't say that like hyperbolic, I don't say that with hyperbole, I say it because it's a fact and it will mess you up. So just be aware that you've got to take your time. You've also got to make sure that you don't take too much of your time, because if you take too much of your time, you will not have the best of times. Also, I know one of these pillars has a chest under it usually. This one? This one? This one? Okay, maybe I was wrong. No, it's the other PO. It's the white version of this POI. This POI specifically has a white version that has a couple more chests, but then it also has a little thing underneath it. anyway, there's a couple more POIs in this room, and then we will head out. As this vault has taken a little bit longer than I anticipated, or this episode has taken longer than I anticipated, but now we're able to go through, we do that, and then now we're just going to be able to jump up and complete the vault by grabbing that lodestone. Of course, you want to make sure that you have some space in your inventory for the vault completion crate, as the completion crate is the rewards that you get for completing the vault. So we got 22,595 XP, 2,784 of which was from chests, 272 was from mined blocks, the coin piles, 1,539 was from mobs unalived, and the rest was from the objective, which is 18,000. Now, the first level is 1,000, so we're gonna get all the way to level 6. In addition to that, we have our elixir crate, which we're going to break really quickly, bring everything inside. We're gonna need a lot of loot space. However, most of the stuff is going to get trashed anyway, so what I'm gonna do really quickly is shift-click that in. I'm going to make a whole load of spruce chests, or not, I guess. Cool. 6, 7. I don't know why it wouldn't let me just shift-click them, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm not here to complain. Anywho, let's get ourselves our chest system set up there, and we're going to just kind of click everything into here for now. By everything, I literally mean just some things, so not everything. So we're gonna organize really quickly. Okay, so we've got the vault gear in here, we've got our chip jewels in there, we've got gold and everything in here, as well as, you know, the normal things like mystery boxes, which is gonna give us some emeralds. Then we've also got a unidentified relic fragment, which is going to give us a relic fragment, which are pretty much unusable in this version because they messed it up and they broke some stuff. But then we've got 14 pieces of vault gold from that chest. We also got stuff for one singular hamburger, which is not terrible. And now what we're going to be able to do is go into the quest book, we complete the vault hunting quest. We've got a bunch of other stuff, but we also have the vault gear to roll, because this is stuff that is rolled as opposed to is just given. So there are different rarities. The rarities go from scrappy to common to rare to epic and to omega. So we'll roll the scrappy pieces first, and they do potentially have a chance, like this one rolled rare, and then the rest are all scrappy. And now the commons, which have a chance to roll everything else, and we just saw an omega flash by, which is green, but we got 2 commons, which is okay. And then we've got our boots and our wand, which are both rare plus, which is quite amazing for a level 0 vault, and they're both just going to be rare. Now, we've got the vault gear, we've got that taken care of, so we have just completed the vault, and now we're ready to go through our skills. So, what I'm going to do is we are going to upgrade Hunter to level 5, just so that it's every minute we get 1 activation. And then in addition to that, what we can do is we can go Witchery, which will give us extra soul chance, which is soul shards, at above 80% mana, which we don't really use. Either that or Stone Skin. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is go 1 level in Stone Skin, 1 level in Witchery, because then it gives us some extra soul chance and we take less knockback, which is quite nice overall. It's really helpful. So we're just gonna do that, and then we're fully set up and ready for another vault, but we're gonna need to make one. And so for next episode, we're gonna make that vault crystal. We're gonna run a level 6 vault. But in between episodes, I'm gonna make some just overall base improvements, and we also have an expertise point. So there's several things, one of them being Lucky Altar, which means that there's a chance for crystals to be completely free. There's also Experienced, which gives us extra experience by a factor of 10. which is the one we're going to choose. There's also Fortunate, which gives you passive fortune whenever you use a fortune tool. However, we don't have fortune yet. I went mining for some bort so that we can actually craft up a blueprint book and use the jeweler's tools and some stuff. So first off, we need the template board. We get ourselves the blueprint book, which then now I should be able to just chuck all the blueprints in here, right? Right, there we go, and then I can cycle it with Z, pickaxe, tool rod, bracelet, shovel. Okay, I can just toggle it, select with anything in here, or I can control right click to select them in here, which is probably what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna need to make the rest of the blueprints, so we're gonna do that, but not quite yet. Because in addition to that, we gotta start looking at the other things. So we need Tyrian steel for the metal press. We need a refabricator. We just needed bort. But overall, we also need to make repair kits, because repair kits are apparently very helpful. Which I learned about because thankfully some of you viewers have been incredibly helpful with giving tips and comments and stuff, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for all of that, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys would just keep doing that, because otherwise this is going to be a little bit difficult to do, just because I don't know a ton about this mod pack. So it looks like the first tier of repair kit is a very crude, and then actually, can I just make a crude sturdy repair kit? Iron rod, so I don't really need stone then. Iron rod. Is it just 2 iron? And then I needed iron and a diamond. So, oh, yeah, it is. Perfect. Iron rods. And then Crimson repair kit's gonna be the crimson iron stuff, which apparently is what we had over in one of the chests that we've opened. So let's go see if I can find it again. Apparently there was something in here. Yep, crimson iron ingots, which is what we need pretty much for this. And then blaze gold is blaze powder and gold, which is a whole nother thing. We'll grab the obsidian there. I'm gonna mine a little bit more, because just getting obsidian for free is not really unhappy. I'm not unhappy with it at all. It's not unhappy. Wow. I English well, yes. Good. And now I'm gonna look and see if we can find any more, just to maximize our blaze steel. Well, I found another one, but it had blaze gold, which apparently you can get in the overworld, as well as some golden carrots, which are great. Netherwood saplings, which I don't know if those are the things that drop the nether bananas, but anywho, I gotta go find some more of these chests, so I'm just gonna keep searching around for a bit. I found another one, and this one has a golden banana, netherwood saplings, an actual blaze gold ingot, as well as some obsidian and more nuggets, and a golden knife, and not really great, but there is a block of gold up there I do want to grab really quickly. Like there's one more down here, which I do not really trust because the lava, but you know, we should be able to block it off and then just grab it for free gold. This gold is dope, especially when you don't have to mine for it. But I'm gonna try and find 1, maybe 2 more, just so I can craft. I guess I would need a blaze rod for that, which I'm not gonna be able to get until I get into the nether, so maybe not, I guess. But then we'll just head back and we're gonna run our second vault, which is gonna be amazing. I don't fully know how the repair kits work, so I'm gonna try and do it like this. Will that work? And then can that repair this tool? 1843. Okay, so I need to put diamonds in there for it to be repaired. Okay. Well, let's just give this a try. Okay, 1 diamond. Okay, gotcha. So then now it has 9 diamonds, and then if I put diamond shards in there, will it just... It won't work. Okay, well, I guess we'll just chuck in 3 more diamonds to it. Now we've got 12 diamonds total in there. And now in my inventory, I can just quickly repair it. That guy's not close enough to needing a repair yet, but I guess I should put iron in there too for now. We'll put a little bit of iron for our shield. Put 16 in there. And then now it's time to actually run the vault. So let's get in here. And let's see what we'll get in our second vault of the series. Come on now. Give us something good. I'm really hoping at least. Please. Okay, we mark our entrance. Another elixir vault. Of course, another beginner's grace, beginner's insurance. Which, if you do not know what those do, essentially, beginner's grace, if killed in the vault, you will keep your inventory but receive a durability penalty to all of your gear, and then beginner's insurance means that no chests will be trapped, which overall is incredibly helpful. And what we can do is, or what I should have done, is I should have made sure that, I think it does still work, although the range is still too far. But for a little bit, we can toggle and search ourselves for chests surrounding us. And we also have our bundles to keep our inventory a little less congested. But I should have grabbed some actual building blocks before we went into the vault. So I'm going to have to grab those really quickly here, because we're going to want to go up and then down and all around, just so that we can maximize our loot. Usually, I would say don't kill the slimes. However, that's just because they will produce a cloud of poison around them. When they die, that will dissipate after a little bit. It's not too long, so it's not really something you super have to worry about. But an additional thing is, if you're playing my version of the mod pack, you will get some mobs that are like that when you get them, it will say blight so-and-so mob was slain by you. And those mobs have increased levels of strength. They are incredibly fast. And at higher difficulties, they can and will essentially immediately eliminate you, which is a little bit scary. It's pretty unfortunate, but overall, we should be able to make our way through this just fine, just because we're not really having to worry about a crazy amount of stuff, which is mostly thanks to having pretty decent armor considering the level of all of this. So I'm going to equip Magnetize, because we're getting a ton of XP. That 10x XP multiplier for our first level of expertise. And now expertises are incredibly helpful, though most of them have to do with vault gear, which we're not going to be utilizing. It's quite nice, so we don't have to worry about that. And we can just spec into all the other expertises that can potentially give us even more stuff, which is nice. But the one issue with that is just that we will end up with some interesting things that we may need to fix at some point. But overall, big slimes are good because they give us small slimes, but the only issue with that, of course, is the poison clouds that will come from the baby slimes. Now, you do get poison clouds from the medium slimes. I guess not from the big ones, but I thought you wouldn't even get them from the medium ones. But just gonna make sure that I don't step on the poison cloud, and apparently it is a chance to happen as opposed to being every single one, but overall it's just not something I would risk, really. And we've already completed the vault objective, but what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna continue going along because we want to gain as much vault XP as we can. So we're gonna spend pretty much the entire rest of this episode in this vault, and if you guys see how long this episode is, then honestly, just, like, you can skip ahead if you want to, just continue watching. And if you enjoy this kind of stuff, leave a like, because I'm going to be learning a ton more about silent gear, and also how all this kind of stuff is going to work, so that I can properly integrate it, and I'm working on integrating new stuff. It's just a lot. We finally got Step Assist. So Step Assist lets us walk straight one block, which is perfect for stairs and stuff, so we don't have to actually jump, which can be sometimes a little bit of a hassle. But we seem to have found some ornate chests down here, as well as a lot of mobs, so we're just gonna have to fight them. And of course, you do this just like you would do Call of Duty Zombies, or if you haven't played Zombies, just as you would if you're trying to, you know, just avoid them hitting you while being able to hit them. and making sure that you walk in a path that is going to prevent you from getting hit a ton. So that guy was one of the special mobs, and they are incredibly dangerous. So is that one, and we got hit by the poison, so we might as well just step into the poison for a second just to take care of the rest of them. And now we found a gilded POI, which has a chance to spawn a very specific item that we do need, and that item is actually an enchantment table, and we need that for a vault quest that we'll go through later. But any mob you see with a particle effect is a dangerous mob, and if you do not have crazy good loot or even like moderately decent stuff, I would not recommend getting close to it, as they are very likely to just annihilate you and you will not have a good time, and it kind of sucks. But it's one of the things added to make it more difficult and make it more balanced, just due to the changes that I added as well, or good loot and other stuff. So it just was something that needed to be done. Anyway, get rid of you guys, get rid of you guys. We'll probably get hit by poison, but that's okay, because then we can just skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yay. And now we go grab all the living chests over here. There's one that's buried under there, which we're gonna grab as well. Bundles are starting to fill up, but mushrooms we'll get rid of. So we don't need mushrooms, nor do we need rotten meat. Why would we keep rotten meat? This is something that I'm asking. Like, just overall, why is rotten meat a thing in these vaults? Because no one's going to take it. There's literally no reason to take it. It's kind of useless. It's bad. It doesn't help with anything. It doesn't do anything. So why is it in there? But anyway, that's just my little short take on that. Anyway, this is a big POI. So the bigger POIs, the mobs will actually spawn randomly throughout the entire POI, which, like the one we found upstairs, that was like a big bunch of wooden chests, these can be quite dangerous depending on how many mobs you end up having. Also, the pot took our katana, so we have to break the pot in order to get that back, as well as our shield got unequipped, which is a bit of a bummer. Potentially there could be something back here. I don't think that there is, but whenever you see a hole like that, I would always recommend going into it, just to kind of see if there's anything really decent that you'd like to get from it. Anyway, we're going to go, I think, 2 more rooms, and then if we've got no time left, okay, actually we'll go another room and a half, or room and another one, room and a half. Okay, well, this room is quite nice, but there's no real way to get up, so I guess we'll just go down, and then we're not really gonna loot the top. Alligator snapping turtles are one of the more dangerous little mobs in here, other than the slimes, which the poison can stack, and it gets a little risky if you get too heavily poisoned, because then you're down some hearts, you're trying to deal with just the rest of the mobs and everything will overwhelm you. But overall, it's not too big of a deal. But these alligator snapping turtles are a little annoying. Anyway, I should be able to do. What's taking damage? I don't even know. There's literally nothing, but I hear damage taking sounds. I don't know if you guys hear that, but is there someone underground? Is there a dungeon in here? Are we gonna get our first dungeon? Not our first dungeon, our first, you know, extra hidden room secret. This is gonna be dope if it is, because it's, oh my gosh, okay, we gotta loot real quick. We're gonna grab you. Okay, can you leave me alone? I think it is, and we're gonna have to discover the secret of this vault. This is gonna be wild, but it is. So, in here, this is what's called a little secret room. They used to be called dungeons, but now they're no longer dungeons, which is interesting to me. But they have usually one or all of the types of chests, and they have really good loot. So we're gonna have to loot all of this. Sorry about that, I was getting some thumbnail shots. But anyway, we got ourselves some little pieces of good loot, which we're gonna actually have to use the shulker box for this one, because otherwise we're just gonna fill up on everything, especially the raw carbon, which is something that you'll get so much of in these ornate chests. No matter the rarity, it's prolific in them. but we should be able to get all of the loot out of these guys. Omega wooden chest. Cool. I would have loved it if it was an Omega ornate chest. However, you know, Omega wooden chest, I'm not unhappy with, especially because vault diamonds early on, not a very common resource. In fact, I would recommend grabbing every single vault diamond, especially if you see gilded chests. Make sure to check them, get the vault diamonds from them, get everything you can, because they are almost always worth it. So gotta grab these two that are a little bit hidden. Now we should be able to just chuck everything into the shulker. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna just chuck all this stuff out of the bundle as well, so we have more stuff consolidated into the shulker. And then the bundles can have other cool stuff. So that's gonna be that. There we go. And now we can loot one more room before I think we head out of this vault. I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah, let's go see another interesting room. Oh, this room doesn't look too shabby. Looks like there's some stuff up here. It is a dead-end room, but that's fine. Most rooms are dead-end rooms at some point. Slimy boys. They give a lot of XP, but again, the poison, a little bit annoying to deal with sometimes, so for the most part, unless you're at a lower level, just like, I don't know, avoid them. There's just no reason to really deal with them. Unless you're in Vault Hunters Plus, which then you will heal in the vaults. And so you don't have to worry about that. I will be doing a normal Vault Hunters run soon on the first version of Vault Hunters 2. Because that was probably my favorite version. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just really enjoyed the way that things stacked, the way that things worked, and it was just really cool overall. So I think I'm gonna go back to that, but other than that, these videos are really enjoyable to make, though they do take a little bit, so please, if you enjoy, I need you to like and subscribe, because it matters a lot. It helps me a lot. It genuinely helps a ton, because I would love to do this more often or as a career, but instead, I am a student and also just doing what I can to make everything work out, and so if I could do this, I'd really appreciate it, and all the support that you guys have given me for teaching me about silent gear and everything, it really means a lot, so thank you so much for all that help. Now, we're just gonna finish looting this room, and then I think we're just gonna grab the lodestone up at the top, because no real reason not to. I mean, plenty of loot, plenty of good stuff. Overall, just an amazing vault. We did get quite a bit of just normal wooden chests, but in these lower level vaults, the odds of certain other chests are still relatively low, so it's like there's no real guarantee that you're gonna get a ton of other really good chests. But okay, that means that that guy got spawns from somewhere. Okay, these guys are taking a lot of hits. I'm gonna need to eat really quick so that, I mean, we don't heal off of eating, but we're getting plenty of XP to be able to heal up and actually go through all this stuff. Because otherwise, we would not be able to go through half of the vault that we've gone through so far. Because without all this stuff, like, there's no way that we even make it a quarter of the way that we made it through. Because otherwise, we'd be dealing with all of the poison damage that we've taken, which has probably been a total of like 10 hearts. Like, we'll see at the end of the vault, in the vault thing, how much damage we actually took through this vault, but I'm suspecting that it was at least 10, maybe 20 hearts of damage, so 40 damage, or 20 or 40 damage, but overall, it's just kind of amazing how this mod pack works, but in a very different way, so you can make more risks. But again, things are a little riskier, so you gotta make sure that you're taking your time, which means that you're not able to make as many cool decisions and plays As you really could in the other Vault Hunters. Except for you can because of the other options from the other mods. So it's just like an interesting thing. Overall, we're going to finish this POI, then we're going to go up, and we're going to get that lodestone. Of course, if you want to guess how much XP we'll gain from this vault, go ahead, put your guess in the comments, and if you get the closest, or if you get within, we'll say if you get within 500, I will pin your comment because, yeah, why not? Anyway, let's just get up to that lodestone, get out of this vault. I am guessing, actually, we'll loot these first. I'm guessing that we're gonna get a total of 26,000 XP. I'm not gonna guess more than that just because I don't really think that that's like anything crazy, but I think 26k XP. We're about to see. We're about to see. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Come on, give me something good. 26k, 28,500 exactly. Okay. 4.5k from chests, 1,200 from mined, 4,700 from mobs. Again, mostly slimes, because slimes are 70 per, whereas alligator snapping turtles are 70 per as well, but normal vault dwellers are 35, normal mushrooms are 26, so it's all thanks to that. Now we're gonna just come in here, we're gonna deposit all of our loot into our stuff really quickly, and then we'll go through just kind of the vault gear and other rare loot. Well, in total, we got quite a bit of stuff, so we got 3 stacks of vault bronze, which is 27 vault gold, or vault silver, which is 3 vault gold. Then we also got a bunch of raw carbon, which will turn into 35 refined carbon. Then we got a stack of actual driftwood planks, which is just amazing. And then we've got a bunch of vault gears, so we've got 5 scrappy and then 2 commons. No rares, but again, we're not using any of it, so it's like there's no real reason why we would need particular stuff. Anyway, we're just gonna roll them real quickly because there's no reason not to. Come on now. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. Scrappy. Rare. Epic. We got 2 scrappies. We got out of the scrappies, we've gotten 2 epics and a rare out of the scrappies. My luck is absurd. I don't, how, huh? Are the commons just gonna give me omegas this time or something? Cause like, I mean, I'm happy, but no, they just both give me commons. Cool. Our main thing is just gonna be running a vault, but we're gonna do that in a second after I finish crafting up all the blueprints. We're also going to make the jeweler's tools and figure out some of that stuff, but I'm gonna do that moderately off camera because you guys don't want to see that really. Also, I don't have any diamonds, so I guess we're doing that after I run the vault. But we're just gonna run a vault, probably gonna run 2. But we also have some unspent skill points to allocate, and we can fill that guy up as well. So, first off, we're gonna allocate the skill points, and I'm thinking we either max out Hunters so we can use it every half a minute just to find certain types of chests, because right now, I think the best type of chest that we can find is probably going to be living. So, living chest. So we get living chests, we disable wooden chests, and now we're just going to go into the vault. I'm going to make one more shulker box before we go into the vault, just so that I have it, so that we don't have to really worry about a crazy amount of loot, because potentially we could be getting a lot of loot in this vault. Especially going for living chests specifically, we can get a lot of loot. But I also started growing the nether trees. They're out there, and I'll show you in a second, but I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my gosh. Holy, that sneeze was bad. But anyway, we're growing the nether trees because overall, they give us nether bananas, and nether bananas kind of a lit food source, as well as we need them apparently in the future, according to someone's comment. So we're just going to be getting as many of these as we possibly can, and I'm going to start making a giant tree farm of them. I almost just ran into the portal. That would have been interesting. Anyway, now we're kind of ready to run this vault. So let's chuck that in there. Now we got our wood, and let's go into our vault, first vault of this episode, because we're probably going to do 2. Again, the people have been liking the longer episodes, people have been liking the more in-depth episodes, so yeah, every 30 seconds we can toggle our x-ray, It's another elixir vault for living chests. So we're just gonna mostly target living chests. Doesn't look like there's any living chests in here. So we're going to just loot, I think, just downstairs for a little bit of stuff. And I forgot to disable flight, but we'll just not fly, because that's fair, you know? We'll just not fly, because I trust myself. I don't have my ability bottle on me, which is very confusing to me, but, you know, we're good, right? There were some living chests? Okay, why didn't it detect them then? It did? Okay, maybe 9 chunks is too short of a distance. I thought 9 would be plenty, but apparently we're not even able to detect some stuff, so... At least we get some ores, potentially. Of course, it's not guaranteed, just because, well, nothing is guaranteed unless you have fortune, so it is what it is. We're gonna let ourselves get poisoned a little bit, just because it overall isn't gonna harm us too much. But we're also gonna grab, hopefully, get some good stuff from these ores. We got 2 Larimar and a single Beniatite. Not bad for ores where we're not having fortune, because there's like a 2/3 chance to actually get a gem from those ores if you don't have fortune. If you do, it's like a guaranteed, but without it, it's a little risky. So we're just gonna loot, and I think we're gonna loot this room completely, and then we're going to go into the just searching for living chests mode. Also, I forgot that these guys were attacking us from behind. Okay, y'all gotta chill, please. The babies don't do any damage, but they do get very numerous. And so what we want to do is we want to gently put them to an end. And I say gently, but I mean with a sword, because it's the most gentle thing we can do for the babies. You have to just chop their heads off, otherwise they will grow and procreate, and then you could just get overwhelmed with slime. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just will happen, okay? Chill, it's all good. Except for now they're poisoning me, and so now I just need to go faster, because I don't know. Anywho, there should be some more Nate chests here. There are. 1 piece of vault gear. Our inventory's full. 45 is way too much. We'll just go with the things we only have 1 or 2 of. Perfect. And then we can go do. There we go. Can I put... No, I cannot. I'm assuming that's because of stack size limitations, because that's how that works usually. There's some coins over here. Okay. Hello, Vault Fighter. I have slain you and your kin, and there's merely only some coin piles as recompense. How dare you let me get my hands bloody and not have anything to reward me with, you vile creature. Doesn't look like there's anything over here, so we're gonna go... Oh, there's a pool down there. Perfect. We've already really technically completed the vault, but we're not done yet, because we gotta do quite a bit more. We're gonna go into this next room, go to the very center of the room, and then toggle X-ray to see if we can get anything living in here. I am gonna grab those ores though. Living chests? No living chests up here at least. We're gonna grab those ores real quick, and then we're gonna go down. And by the time we finish that, we should have the ability to scan again, and again, and again. And that should be perfect. And if you want to play this mod pack yourself, or if you don't understand what's going on, we are in a procedurally generated dungeon known as a vault that you get into by essentially opening a portal with a crystal that you craft from a bunch of random materials dictated by an altar that you then get to find loot, and the main goal is to please the vault gods and complete an artifact that we haven't even seen one of yet, because they're incredibly rare at lower levels. And that is the whole goal of this mod pack, is essentially just going through, doing that, and finishing it, and then fighting the very final boss at the very end. So I hope that you will stick along with me and stay tuned for the entirety of this journey, because it shall be quite interesting, quite long, and overall quite difficult to finish. Anyway, no living chests, no living chests. And the reason why we're looking for living chests specifically is because the loot from living chests will essentially just give us more XP, because you can make burgers, which burgers give you XP for free because they're burgers. And that's just how burgers work. So this guy has an ability. Just like we can jump high, we have speed and such, certain mobs have abilities which will, when slain, we get the totem for. And that one gave us conduit power, which means that we now have conduit, which I guess means we can swim faster and not have to deal with stuff underwater, but I don't really know exactly. Anyway, over here's another POI. This POI is the worst of the gilded POIs. These are gilded chests, by the way, the gold and black ones. And I say it's the worst because it doesn't have any enchantment tables. And as of right now, we need an enchantment table, at least one, in order to make the Vault Enchanter, which will give us the ability to get higher level enchants, as well as only have to pay emeralds for our enchants, as opposed to having to go through, do normal traders, go through all of that, kidnap some villagers, and do that whole process, because that's a little bit of a tedious process. Also, apparently one of these guys has an ability, this guy, Lively and Plagued, which means he had more health, and he also just radiated poison, which is suboptimal, I might say. Incredibly suboptimal. But overall, a lot of those mobs will have those abilities. And those ones we don't actually get to keep. Those ones are just things that add extra difficulty to them. And so makes it a little bit more difficult, which is the whole reason why this is its own thing, because it plays a little different. You don't have to make so many risks when it comes to getting loot, but you also have to risk potentially losing everything more often due to just having higher difficulty mobs, especially with the challenges that I've imposed on myself, like with this one only using Silent Gear stuff. Silent Gear in comparison to Vault Gear, I mean, level 5 Vault Gear is about the same as the best Silent Gear gear. Unupgraded, like, for overworld gear. But it also gives us more variants and also higher stuff that we can get as well, which is the reason why we're doing Silent Gear only, because it is and should be possible for us to complete the actual thing. I say should be because I don't actually know yet. We haven't done this yet. I haven't tested anything. We're just going, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll find out, and it'll be entertaining content for you guys. So if you do enjoy watching me just go through the vaults, also that guy's a champion, and also one of them has an ability. Also, I did not mean to double jump, but I accidentally flew a little bit. Sorry about that. I will, yeah, this guy will hit me for a lot of damage. As you guys can see, he hits me for about 6 hearts and has 129 HP and heals whenever he hits me. So we've got to just evade as much as we possibly can in order to actually finally get rid of this guy, because otherwise he will just continue to heal like that, and then it'll take even longer, and we'll run out of durability, and we'll run out of time, and then we will pass away because we weren't able to kill a snapping turtle. A turtle is winning a battle against me, and I'm 1 HP. Genuinely 1 HP, because this guy does so much damage. The nether banana should help out a little bit. Okay. The nether banana helped out a little bit, but that was still incredibly risky. We almost just died to a little dumb boy who just wanted a nibble of my feet. And that was terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying having that happen. Also, we get a little extra speed, And this gilded POI has an enchantment table, which we're going to grab first, because we want to guarantee that we keep the enchantment table. Because even if we die, we will keep our loot, because we have beginner's insurance, or beginner's grace. But overall, we just want to make sure that we secure everything that we can. So we're going to loot a little bit down here, and then I am going to consume the lodestone, because I do not think that it is worth risking a ton in order to just get another champion. Another the same kind of champion. That means he'll hit me and gain life, which is not great, because I got to make sure that I can get rid of him before anything else sneaks up on me, which I was able to do, but it was a little bit risky. Also, these alligator snapping turtles natively do quite a bit of damage, so if you're playing this mod pack, please be aware that the alligator snapping turtles are no joke, and you will genuinely need to be afraid of them, even though it's a turtle. It's a turtle, and I know some people like turtles. I like turtles myself. However, do not risk it. Trust me. They will not, they are not friends, they are not family, they will hurt you, and you will be sad when you lose your loot and your gear, and then just your sanity because of it. Anywho, we got a big living POI over there, and then now we can grab a refills your mana pylon. We can grab a recharges 2 potion charges pylon, which we haven't even crafted a vault potion yet, which is one of the things we need to do for progression, but we haven't done that yet, so I think instead of running a second vault this episode, we're going to do some progression. Anyway, let's grab you, and let's get out of this vault and see how much XP we got. Well, looks like we got 2,500 or 25,000 XP, and our crates. Overall, pretty good loot, overall, I must say. Not terrible loot. And now it's time to organize the loot real quick. Okay, well, what I decided to do is I'm actually going to make a shard pouch first. And the reason why I'm going to do that is just so that we don't have to worry about containing and keeping our soul shards in shulker boxes and such. Because, again, it's a little bit tedious, as well as it's taking up way too much of my storage space. So we're just going to put all of that into the shard pouch. And now I can organize everything, and we'll look through all the good loot and all the vault gear and such. Okay, so overall we got quite a bit of really good loot. So we're just going to go through all that right now. There's no reason to really dilly-dally. So we got 4 Larimar, 1 Bennytite. We got 2 Relic Booster Packs, 1 Mystery Box. And then we got 3 mod boxes, which will give us a bunch of knowledge shards, which is perfect because that's exactly what we need in order to gain even more stuff. We also got 17 pieces of vault gold, and now we have a total of 3 orbs of regret, which we can take really quickly. Then we also have a bunch of different pieces of vault gear, so we'll start off with the scrappy and common, because we're not going to use it, so we might as well just take it and go just like that. And we got scrappy, 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 common, 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 common. Wow. As opposed to our last haul, which was out of 5 scrappy, 2 epics, and 1 rare. 2 rares out of the rare, nothing crazy, nothing insane. So now we'll go through vault looting. We crafted a shard pouch, which means that we will get a pouch, which will let us have a little bit of a backpack thing. And what I'm going to need to do for that first is make sure to add to not pick up soul shards, because those soul shards will go into the shard pouch. Now we also have more stuff, so we need a vault enchanter, we need a vault potion, we need a bounty table. So, what we'll need first is for the Goblin's Vial. We already pretty much have everything except for we got the chromatic iron, so now we've got a Goblin's Vial. Then for the bounty table, we need some Vault Essence. We'll grab really quickly. We can just do that. So now we've got the bounty table, then I need the enchanting table, and I'm gonna need some blocks of chromatic iron. So we get 2 blocks of chromatic iron. And then, what else? I need 2 emeralds, a book, and that should be all of it. Yep, perfect. So now we've got our Vault Enchanter, we've got our bounty table, and we've got our little vial, which will heal us. So we're actually going to keep that in our inventory because it's a little risky if we don't have some form of healing. Of course, we've got the banana, we've got the goblin's vial, which are both pretty cool. We're also level 11. So now that we've accomplished these quests, we've got bounties and rewards. Complete a bounty. That's going to be a whole different thing. So we can actually vault meat. We'll do the vault meat one for 5 vault meat. Also, we got another ender pearl. We got some bottles of enchanting, which I guess are going to go in here. And overall, that's pretty much most of what we're going to do for this episode, but we also have some expertise. So, what we're going to do, since we have the Vault Enchanter, I'm going to enchant everything off camera. We're going to learn 1 level of Fortunates, just so we have an increase of fortune. Then in talents, I think that since we've got this guy maxed out, we're going to start going for something else, which is going to be Poison Nova. The reason why we're going for Poison Nova is because there's something called Toxic Reaction, where killing a mob affected by poison has a chance of casting a Poison Nova of your level. When the mob dies, this effect can chain indefinitely. It requires you to have levels in Poison Nova, so that's a future thing that we're going to be doing. First, we gotta level up Nova. We also need to get more ability power, because we can't do that naturally, just due to us not being able to wear any gear that increases it, or use any weapons that increase it. We've got Affinity, Absolute Unbreakable, Mending, Fire React. We've got a bunch of stuff. Everything that can be on it is on it, along with Fortune 7, which is the highest level of Fortune that we can get as of now. There will be higher levels that we can get later, but that will be a whole nother thing. For now, we're just going to run another vault. There's no real reason why we should stay, except for what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple burgers, and we're going to be targeting more living chests in this vault, along with the second vault that we run this episode, which we're running 2 because we can and we kind of need the XP. And I'm going to be cutting around. Now that we're past level 10, all we have is Beginner's Grace. We don't have Beginner's Insurance, which means that chests will be trapped, which will mean that we're going to probably see some trapped chests here in a second. And you guys are going to get to see kind of what a trapped chest will actually look like. We don't really take fall damage. I was in peaceful mode, shoot, for certain things. Also, we do not have sharpness on our sword, which is something that I do want to change in the configs and such. Although it wasn't something that we can get through the Vault Enchanter, so it means that we're going to have to go through a different means of acquiring that. But we do make everything that comes into contact with us, not everything, but most things that come into contact with us, we set them on fire. And I also used some of our extra rabbit hide to make an additional 2 bundles, because even though we have a pretty good storage system in our pouch, of course you can't put bundles in it, you can't put shulker boxes in it, and so overall it really does help that we have those for the lower volume items. So certain things that we're only going to get like 1 or 2 of, or just certain other small things. As well as I've been farming the apples, or not the apples, the bananas. So we have become a full-time banana farmer in Vault Hunters, because I wanted lots of the bananas, as they seem to be really good renewable resource for food, and the golden bananas are a little bit better than golden carrots, as well as apparently we need it for other stuff in Silent Gear in the future, so having a lot of them will not be a bad thing. As well as after our starting initial room, which is this room right here, we're going to be just solely targeting living chests. And we're doing that through something that has been added through Vault Hunters Plus. If you've seen the rest of the episodes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about X-Ray. and our X-ray will let us see any living chests essentially within a certain range through walls, and we can toggle it every half a minute. So essentially we can toggle it, see where they are, go find them, then once we've found them, then we can toggle it again to go find some more, which is very beneficial. But the one issue is that as it is a level 11 vault, the mobs do considerably more damage, which, while not being incredibly scary, ooh, there's a champion mob, does mean that we are going to have to be a little bit more careful, because the champion mobs are going to do more damage, they're going to have more health, they're going to overall just be scarier. And we just got to make sure that we do the best we can to evade, to take care of ourselves, to actually, hopefully, accomplish our goal for this series, which is, of course, to become the ultimate Vault hero and ascend to godhood as the 5th Vault god, which, lore. Anyway, there's another one there. Holy, I forgot that we have insane mining speed on this, which is kind of crazy. I also needed to scratch my nose real quick for a second. But yeah, I forgot that our since that's efficiency 10 at insta-mines. Well, at least we've gotten a good starting amount of loot for now. We'll do it by count for now. But overall, again, we're just going for living chests. It seems like this first room, without even scanning for it, has a lot of living chests down here, which is really helpful. The one issue being just like, I don't know, it feels like these vaults at lower levels just have no loot, but I also have 0 luck levels, because luck is another one of the things that you can add through everlasting abilities, which is how we have a bunch of speed. We don't have any strength either, so we don't do very much damage, so there's just a bunch of add-ons that I can do to us in... Oh, also this is a new type of vault. This is a brazier vault. And what that means is we have to light these things in order to actually get through the vault, and they will have certain things. So that one has an effect of plus 25% mana regen. Some of the other ones will have negative modifiers as well, but you need a total of, for this vault we need 5, as it says up at the top, and then we need to actually get out, which is why marking our entrance, no matter what type of vault, is always helpful. Like, no matter what, it is well worth your time to mark your entrance. Also, the voice cracks are going crazy. Anyway, are there any living chests in here? There is some up there, and then there's some in a room over there, which is going to be in a different room completely. However, we should be able to get up there to get the living chests. Living chests are in here, right? Yep, I was right. I have good memorization. Not really, but, like, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's just get rid of these slimy boys. Get some free Vault XP. And there we go. We're able to just yoink it and continue going onward. Because what we really want is to just gain a ton of XP so we can level up faster, so we can get better and better loot. Because there are certain thresholds that will unlock certain higher tiers of loot we really want to hit. So level 25 is the first one, and level 50 is the second one. There's only 100 levels, so we don't really have to worry about accidentally just going way too far. But, you know, we do gotta monitor it just so that we don't do something insane, because things could get a little messy and it would be a little bit of a bummer. But overall, it's not something we really have to worry about. Well, there are a lot of these baby slimes. Holy, okay. Let's just take care of the alligator snapping turtles. Of course, the baby slimes don't do any damage. The main reason why I'm eliminating them is because each of them gives 70 Vault XP, which doesn't sound like much one by one, but it will accumulate. Also, that chest was trapped with poison. That's not fun. You're not cool, bruh. You're not poison me. It's not very chill. No, I'm not happy. I demand the refund. Anyway, what we're gonna do is, seems like there's a gilded POI over here. Omega gilded chests. Okay, we're not gonna get trapped in a corner. Can you please cease your activities? Also, just gonna yoink you, yoink you, yoink you, and then eliminate the baby slime. Of course, that baby slime had some kind of crazy modifier to it, but we can just kind of ignore that for now. Anyway, are there any living chests down or somewhere else? No, there are not. That's, you know, a little bit of a bummer, but it's okay. We still also need to find 4 more of the actual objective things, which we're going to do, since this room doesn't have any actually, it does have something good, which is ores right here. Of course, early on, vault ores, not super common, and so when you get them, you're going to need as many as you can, especially beniatite. We want to make sure that we get as much beniatite as we possibly can. Every single one puts us closer to getting knowledge, which puts us closer to unlocking storage mods and other things, which are incredibly helpful. So, just gonna continue going up, and hopefully it's up here. There's usually 1 per room, but I know that that number is different depending on certain factors, so we're just gonna go through, hopefully find the dang braziers. There it is, lucky, hooray, that's perfect. Now we can just go, I guess, to the next one. We're going east, so let's go find the next one. Well, apparently the next one's just in the middle of the room, so that's pretty dope. Are there any living chests around? Living chests over there, but there's some over there that we're gonna go get first. Let's go get them. Let's go get them. Okay, let's just get the living chests. That's all we need to do. And then we need the little guy over here, generous, extra item quantity, but the mobs do a little more damage, which is not great for our current situation, but it should be okay because we've got some charges for our bad boy, our golden nether bananas. But I more mean our goblin's file. We can drink this guy, heal quite a bit, and then we just need to loot 20 chests in order to actually get all the loot for these. Which is quite amazing, honestly, that we can just loot and get free potion charges. Because, honestly, I quite like it. It's kind of dope. It's lit like that. Anyway, let's chuck all this stuff into here if we can. Looks like we've got some stuff to throw away, but for the most part, we got pretty good loot inventory. And I guess we should probably head back towards our initial starting room while we get some more of the braziers, so that we can complete the vault and get out of here. Because these vaults give, like, no XP, which is unfortunate. But overall, they're not terrible. Also, I think this way had some more living chests. Right? Didn't it have more living chests somewhere? Somewhere? Oh yeah, up there, and then there's some in that other adjacent room. So, what we're gonna do is we're going to eliminate some mushroom boys. Let's just get rid of them real quick, because they did, like, it's fine. It's more just opening the chests that I wanted to do, but, you know. So good. Obviously, okay. Obviously's dope for ores. It gives us a chance to get double the amount of ores instead. Quite amazing. This POI kinda lame, because it only has 2 living chests, as opposed to 3, of course. But that does mean that since that's that way, we're going, it's this way, right? Yep, that way. I was wrong, but then I was right. But then ooh. Okay, let's go get these living chests. I'm gonna grab the ones down here first. Oh shoot, that's that guy's gonna send a little ball of fire. Break the ball of fire. Hey, don't surround me. That's not very chill. Okay, these guys all want to spawn mobs on me. Can y'all chill, please? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not down with it. Y'all hurt. Y'all hurt. Like, genuinely. Ow. Stop it. Please. There we go. Let me get rid of you. Another alligator snapping turtle. Okay, I'm gonna need you to chill, bruh. There we go. And then we get that stuff. More mobs spawn behind us, but I do not care. We're just gonna ignore them. Also, ignore the voice cracks. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Right? We're big chillin'. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Pillage for loot. So once you actually complete the normal vault objective, you can pillage it for loot to get extra loot, which is kind of dope. Right, that's exactly what we just did, and I don't think we got any loot that was good from it. So that's a little bit of a bummer. It's not usually worth it unless you're higher level, but we decided to do it because potentially you can get some pretty dope stuff from it. So anyway, now we just got to get back to the entrance, which is over there. This is going to be a little bit of a journey, but it's fine, right? It's going to be fine. Let's just get back over there. Okay, that took a bit. I just decided to shove all that stuff there because why not? Anywho, we're just going to go get out of here. Just do a little 360 for free. 14,000 XP. Even with all the loot. We got all that stuff. We did it. I'm gonna organize all the loot and then we'll go through it. Give me one moment, please. There we go, all organized. We can also claim our bounty reward, which is gonna be some pretty dope stuff. Got even more Larimer, as well as some chromatic steel, which is something that we're gonna definitely need. But overall, we got 1 painite, 3 scallium, 20 Larimar, which is quite a little bit of ores. We also got a bunch of knowledge essence. Of course, this is knowledge essence combined with what we already had. So now we have 24, which is enough for 3 knowledge stars. We also got 4 pieces of vault gear, 3 of which are scrappy plus, 1 of which is common plus. We also got a mystery box, 2 relic booster packs, some vault bronze, some other stuff. It's all default rarity. So we're gonna combine the vault copper, vault bronze into vault silver. We got 3 vault gold from that total. Then we also have our mystery box, 2 relic booster packs, which are gonna give us nothing. Got some diamonds from that guy, and then we have 6 hamburgers, which we're gonna eat, and 8 cheeseburgers, which we're also gonna eat, putting us even closer to level 13, which is perfect. We also have 1 unspent skill point, which is going to actually go to intelligence, which will just passively increase our ability power. And then what we're going to do is we're going to activate this one. And let's get ourselves... We're not going to run a second Vault Crystal this round. Actually... Nah. Instead, I'm going to learn a little bit more about what exactly we're going to need to do for the jeweler's tools. So we need, what, blueprint. I'm going to need board. I know I'm going to need sticks. I know I'm going to need wood. I know I'm going to need a diamond. I know I'm going to need iron. How does this work exactly? So we got jeweler's tools now. So now when I go and I take the... Where's the blueprint book at? Where did I put the blueprint book? Where? Huh? Oh, it's in... okay, cool. Anyway, so... Cool rod bracelet... So, C, bracelet, blueprint, bracelet, example bracelet band. So, 3 of an ingot of some sort. So I think we do, for cool stuff, I think we go gold, 3 gold for a gold bracelet band, soft, low durability. Okay, so if we go iron, it's malleable and it has better durability. Okay. And then for a bracelet, we need an adornment. How do we make an adornment? We need jeweler's tools, bort, and a gem. Okay. So can I go diamond, that, and bort, and then I get diamond adornment, bastion 1. What does bastion 1 do? We're gonna find out, I guess. Iron bracelet, +1 armor when worn as a bracelet. Okay. maybe we make another one. Can I make a bracelet out of emeralds? No. What does emerald do though? I gotta find out now. I just gotta know, you know? Like if I do this, okay. Apparently I can't do it with emeralds, but okay, we can at least do it with diamonds for an extra free piece of armor. Bastion 1 provides bonus armor. When worn as bracelet, +1 armor. So we just get extra armor for free? Cool. What other, can I amethyst? What'll amethyst do? What will amethyst do actually? Will amethyst function? No. Okay, why, what do I need? Do I need to find the silent gems stuff? I guess probably. You know, for now then, if that's just how it's gonna be, I'm just gonna do, wait, huh? Oh, I forgot I need reach too. Wait, does that just increase my reach? +1 reach distance. That's lit, what? So I can just do that and then necklace? Is there a necklace? Neck. Okay. Anos necklace. Those are going in the red trinkets. The amulets, the body stones, those are all from Project E or the Vault. Okay. Flying stars are from that. Belt. Loot belt goes in the belt. What? Belt, satchel, storage items, belt. Oh, belt is for magnet. I forget. And then head, red trinket, charm. Yeah, this is interesting, but I like learning about it. And if you do too, like learning about it with me, then honestly, thank you, because I feel kind of stupid sometimes, and I appreciate all the helpful comments. It really does help. So first off, I gotta find out what kind of cord we can make, because you need bow limbs plus a cord in order to actually make a bow. So we can go string, fluffy string, silk, flax string, sinew fiber string, fine silk, rarely from spiders. Do I have any? I don't. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go normal string for now, which is fine. Normal string cord, rarity +4, range speed +10. Then we need a long tool rod. We get that guy. And then we need bow limbs, which are gonna be... Can we make a diamond bow is the real question. So if we go bow, diamond, it's brittle, lustrous. Is there a better material? Could I technically just use crimson iron? Is that going to be good? This is the real question. Malleable and hard. You know what? We'll go for it. Screw it. I don't really care. And then we'll make a crimson iron bow. Sometimes takes less damage. Increases harvest speed as item is damaged. And pulls in nearby items. Overall, a pretty dope bow. Then I guess we can chuck that back in there. That back in there. These two can go in there. And then we need an arrow. So the arrows are arrow tip, compound fletching, which you get by fletching blueprint. Okay. Well, now we've got ourselves the fletching blueprint, so I guess we need leaves. I know I have a pair of shears somewhere. There they are. Perfect. Let's go over here and yoink a tree. Perfect. Now we've got those guys. We're also going to acquire our little guy so that we have the Vault Crystal for this episode. So level 13 Vault Crystal. Perfect. And now what we can do is get a bunch of leaf fletchings, chuck the blueprint back in there. Chuck the lemons in there. And then now I need arrow tips. So, what I think does emerald work for an arrow tip? Emerald, brittle, and synergistic. Okay, so then we go 53 of these. 52. 53. Shoot. Oh, emerald arrow heads. So I'm gonna assume that... Wait, where did... Oh, it went under backpack, of course. Anyway, I'm assuming that I need... tool rods. So can I do not use with vanilla crossbows? Oh, so we get 64 per. That would have been nice to know. Can I wait? I can just go. I can add what? Okay, so it takes durability away to repair it and make it a full arrow with even more durability. But then I still have the arrowheads. This is so confusing. I don't even know. I'm just gonna chuck these back there and then that fletching there because I don't know what's going on even. We're gonna put this guy back. I have arrows now with 256 arrows. So that's cool, I guess. I have regen, so I don't need to carry my bananas anymore. Got more bananas, which you apparently need later. We also have 1 skill point to use, which we're gonna, of course, put into Nova. And now I guess we can do Knowledge Essence, because we need more Knowledge Essence in the vaults. And... okay, do we have a magnet? No, we do not, so we'll leave these guys for the end. Let's go into our vault. So, give me 1 second. There we go. And now what we need to do first is actually disable flight so that we completely take flight off of that. So we can now take fall damage, can have to deal with all that stuff. Now we're ready to go into our first level 13 vaults. So let's do it. We have our arrows. We have cool water bucket. I'm smart. Yep, that worked perfectly just as I intended. We also got rid of the button. No, we gotta replace the button, and you know what? Screw it. I don't even. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Let's go. It's vault hunting time. Let's go. It is time. It is time. Beginner's grace. So of course that means that if we're killed, we keep our inventory but receive a durability penalty. But things can actually be trapped because we no longer have beginner's insurance, which is a little bit of a bummer. I also forgot to bring blocks, which is great. So we're just gonna grab ourselves a stack of smooth basalt and that should work fine. Anyway, let's go down here. Perfect, we got some normal miner zombies. Apparently there are several things that we can use to early on upgrade our weapons, which I'm going to do probably after this vault at the end of the episode, so stay tuned for that. I don't fully understand how Silent Gear works, but I'm starting to, and the people in the comments have been helping out so much. Like, you guys have been doing so much to help out, and I really, really appreciate it, because I have no idea how this mod works, so thank you so much. Because otherwise I would be incredibly lost and would look like an absolute fool, as I probably already do normally, but, you know, even more of one. So thank you for making me not look completely stupid. Just a little bit. I just look a little bit stupid. It's fine. Anywho, essentially, what you want to do for an elixir vault, you just want to loot as many chests as you can and eliminate as many mobs as you can. And you don't need to spend a ton of extra time after you complete your main objective of elixir, just because it's not going to give you a whole ton. It gives you 18k XP for the elixir vault itself. Also, this guy's a champion mob, which means it has an extra stat as well as extra health. And also, it means that because of this guy's ability, when he hits us, he will actually heal, which is a little bit of a bummer because our sword only does about 8 damage, so just gotta hit him a lot. But he dropped a rare plus unidentified vault axe, which is perfect. Now we can mine some coin piles real quick and then loot more chests, even more chests, even more chests, which is perfect. Of course, always make sure that you're storing as much as you can into your backpack or pouch, because overall you're gonna want to have at least some inventory space clear, just so you can loot quickly other stuff. And also, if you're playing Vault Hunters Plus, make sure that at least sometime early on you're getting one of 2, water breathing or fire resistance, early on with everlasting abilities, because they will help out so much. They're such a lifesaver. I'm not kidding at all when I say that I would not be where I am in this series already without them, because they've prevented so much damage and helped so much utilitarianly. So overall, just highly recommend it. Also, if you are accomplishing the entire thing of an elixir vault in the first room, I would recommend going at least one more room, just because overall sometimes the first room does not have the best loot, comparatively speaking, towards the rest of the rooms. So we're going to head forward. We're also going to toggle our X-ray. It looks like there is a big living POI up here, so we're going to target that first. And then we'll be able to kind of just skedaddle. Of course, you don't really have to use X-ray if you don't want to. It's all just optional stuff. I added that because it's a lot better and more comprehensive than the ability itself. Plus, since we're using silent gear, we're not really utilizing mana at all. And since it works better, it's less laggy. Overall, it's just better in my personal opinion. So I'm using that instead. And I hope that you guys don't hate it. And if you do, leave an annoyed comment, because I don't care. Any engagement is good engagement, because that's how YouTube works. Anyway, let's just take care of this giant horde of mobs. One of them does have a blue ability, which is a rare ability. It's not an epic ability, but rare is the second highest tier, so we will hopefully be able to get that guy here in a second. Also, just trying to make sure to kite everything that we can. We got the ability already. Let's see what ability it is in a second. Preferably it's luck. If it's not luck, that is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. So conduit power and water breathing. We have one level of each of them. We're going to combine them. Now we got bad omen, so entities in the area around us get bad omen. Now we're just going to come down. We're going to mostly just go for the mobs. That is a champion mob, so we'll get free extra loot. But we will have to make sure that we're trying to stay away from as many POIs as we can while we take care of him, because otherwise then we'll just have a giant horde of mobs. Also, he is one of the variants that heals, which is the vampire symbol above him. It's called vampiric, which is a little unfortunate, but overall it's not too bad of a thing, because it means that I can just kite back slowly. I don't have to worry about a crazy amount of stuff other than him just healing me when he hits me. So if I just evade his hits, he can't heal at all. And at these lower levels, the speed that they have is nothing to really write home about. It's nothing crazy. It's just realistic, slow walking speed, which is good, because it means that I don't have to worry about having to deal with stuff. But there is a higher likelihood of champions from what I'm seeing. And that's a little bit risky, because champion mobs are a little bit crazily difficult and annoying at higher levels, especially at higher difficulties. So this is normal vault difficulty, and at a certain point, once we get good enough loot, I may be trying to do an impossible level difficulty, which is the highest level of difficulty other than fragged, which fragged is you don't want to try it. It's not fun. It's just difficult and hard for the sake of hard, and it's just not fun. So I do not recommend trying fragged. You can try impossible, especially if you're playing normal Vault Hunters. So just give that a try. Honestly, it's not bad at all. It's pretty chill. It's pretty fun. But just don't ever do fragged. It's not worth it. Also, I will be doing... stay tuned, because I will be doing a hardcore series of Vault Hunters. Just normal Vault Hunters. The original version of Vault Hunters 2, which is this version of Vault Hunters. So just stay tuned for that. We're going to just kind of... I guess we'll go up a little bit, check some stuff out up here. If there's anything crazy, we'll get some coins. I will say coins are very helpful, as well as they give good XP, so we're not gonna ignore them since they're right next to here. But if it was just wooden chests, I would completely ignore them. Wooden chests, at a base level, they're good, but at this point in time, they're not really worth. So just keep that in mind. Wooden chests, they get not worth it rather rapidly, and so I would just recommend opening them, closing them, if they're rare or an epic, or if you're past level 50 and you get inscriptions and such in them, then make sure to loot everything. But if not, it is what it is. Anyway, 22,000 XP, which puts us to level 14. Of course, we've got all that stuff. We've got all that stuff, so we gotta organize, but we're gonna first upgrade Nova. And now it's time to claim our reward. Plop that down. Level 15, which means that we can go Nova again. Then 1 unspent expertise point, which is going to go into Fortunate, meaning that when we mine with our level 7 Fortune, we now have level 9 Fortune. And now we gotta open up our crates and organize all the loot. Well, as it would seem, we got another level of speed, which is quite nice. So now we're even faster. I'm gonna change the FOV a little bit. I prefer a more narrow FOV just so I can see things better. And then we got 1 relic booster pack, 3 orbs of regrets, 4 mystery boxes, which we're gonna get hopefully a bunch of diamonds, emeralds. We got some Larimar as well, which is quite nice. Overall, we got 8 Beniatite, 2 Larimar, puts us to 9 and 32. We also got 16 Vault Gold, 4 total Vault Cheeseburgers, which we're gonna eat. We're gonna check the gold in there, and then we've got a bunch of pieces of Vault Gear. The magnet is the only piece that we can use, so we're gonna save that for the very end. But we're gonna roll everything else just really quickly right here. Preferably we get something usable. If not, it is what it is. But it looks like we got everything scrappy and we can't use it at all, so it is what it is. Now we're gonna roll the common pluses. Come on, give me something good. I would prefer some omegas or epics, even though it doesn't really matter. Oh my gosh, I just sneezed so hard. That sneeze came unexpectedly. Anyway, I got 3 more pieces, all rare plus Vault Gear, which we're gonna roll. So, level 13, we got our first Omega. That's pretty dope. Wow. Another piece of gear that we can't use. 1 Omega, 2 rares. Anyway, will our Scrappy Plus Magnet give us something good? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. And honestly, it's a magnet, so we're gonna equip it anyway, but it's not really great. What we're also gonna do is we're gonna grab our emeralds. We're going to enchant our bow. So let's give it, just give it Unbreaking, I guess. Infinity, I don't think works with these arrows, but we're gonna give it anyway. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much that for that. But what we can do, I guess, is what's gonna be the best way to do tip up? How do upgrades work? Do I need jeweler's tools? So at silent. Sorry about that. A fly flew into my throat, and that was actually terrible. Holy. Anyway, spear. So we get a spear. We get an example spear. Then we get an example spear. Then we can go salvaging, modifier work table, extract ability. What? So allows pickaxes to work like a shovel. So, is that how you do a tip upgrade? Is you go, how do I do tip? I'm gonna learn real quick. Well, apparently I'm dumb and there's just a blueprint for it, so, how does the blueprint work? Do I just, oh, I need an upgrade base, which is paper, and some stones, some oak, okay. So, wood, I think I have stone in here. Yeah, I have diorites. So, wood, that, and paper. Should have plenty of paper, right? Right? There we go. Perfect. Then we get our upgrade bases. We go like that. Then I can go and I go do. How do I... Okay. Is it redstone dust? Redstone tip upgrade. Harvest speed, attack damage. So we'll go that for that guy. What are the different upgrade materials though that I can use? Gold, iron, lapis. What'll lapis do? Let's see. Come on. What will lapis do? Lapis, holy and lucky 4. What? Okay. Enchantability, rarity. Okay. I guess it ups the enchantability if I were to grindstone and do other stuff. But I think that... Okay, attack damage +2. Range damage +2. I think I'm gonna do this redstone for everything. Do I just put it in here, or do I craft it with it? Okay. So, craft it with it, craft it with it, craft it with it, and then arrow? No, I can't upgrade the arrow. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. So we got that taken care of. I guess this can go into our blueprint book. And I have a lot to learn about this mod, but that is going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to run some vaults off camera till we get to level 20, and then we're going to go through some quests next episode, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time. GG's, peace, have a great day, bye-bye!